cartoonists and comic book makers into like the National Book Festival.
Oh yeah, right, the National Book Festival. So I got, this is starting, I guess, around 8 or 9 years ago.
I gave a talk right after Stephen King.
Yeah, right, yeah, exactly. Okay. You've seen the look on his face, okay? Well, how about this? Let me tell you how I got there, then I'll tell you, to me, the most amazing moment of doing that. So, I've been a volunteer at the Library of Congress for well over a decade. It was probably about 7 or 8 years ago. They said, hey, Warren, we want to get some new people into the, we want to get some graphic novel people in. Who would you recommend? And I would sit down with them and do this and do that. And so finally, I did that for like 2 years, and then I went up to the gentleman who was in charge. I says, look, I'm doing this. Is there a way we could cut out a deal? Okay. And I said, look, I'll go ahead and help you get people into the, because they want the publishers to pay for all the transportation and everything. And I said, look, the publishers come through SPX, a lot of them don't have that kind of coin. So let me do this. I'll help you set up the graphic novel pavilion and identify people and stuff like that. SPX will fund up to 3 guests going there in exchange for a full sponsorship. Okay? And the minimum full sponsorship they had was $10,000. And he said, fine. Okay, like, no ifs, ands, or buts. Now, Maria Rana is now, she's the one who's in charge of all of the guests that come to the National Book Festival. So I work directly with her now. Okay? Fantastic. Love her. Love working with Sarah Cara. There's some just amazing people. So they look at us as very critical to helping them with the graphic novel people that are in the National Book Festival. And we made a change just this past year. It used to be an isolated graphic novel pavilion. But now what we're doing is we're being very conscious in this, is that we want to get as many graphic novel people onto the genre stages. So we want to get one into history. We want to get one, like Jim Adiavani is coming. So he's going to be in the science stage, okay? Rain is coming. She's going to be on the young adult stage, okay? So we're going to kind of flip it on its head, but that's going to allow us to bring other people and get them in front of, because graphic novels was in this ghetto, okay? It was in a walled place. Now we're saying that it's part of all of this stuff, okay? And with that, we're hoping that we get more people to understand that if you like science or you like history, you should also look at graphic novels, okay? And my favorite story was, I brought Jean Yang, was 5 or 6 years ago, and I get an email from Maria Rana, and she goes, do you think Jean Yang would want to give a talk? Now, giving a talk at the you were there, okay? So they have a gala on the Friday night before, and it's an hour program where they get 4 kick-ass, really well-known authors to give short 10 to 15-minute talks, and then the Librarian of Congress stands up, and it's big stuff. So I was like, I don't see any reason why not. So I put Marie and Jean, together. Jean speaks, and he was on the same stage as E.L. Doctorow, one of the last appearances by Doctorow before he passed away was at the Library of Congress on the same stage as Jean Yang. So Jean spoke in E.L. Doctorow, and Jean's speech was unfucking believable. Okay, it was an inspiration point for anybody into comics. Okay, I've got to find it and put it up somewhere that people can see it. And so I've been doing my best to get Ed. I've had you there twice now, right? Okay.
Yeah, and you asked me to do that speech thing, but I chickened out.
Right? Yeah, no. And by the way, I totally understood why, because that is, you're up there in front of senators. You're up there in front of the head of the line. This is big shit to be up on that stage. Okay.
It would have been my first time ever starting at a position of 0 with my equity with the audience. Like, they don't know who I am. When I do a comic book thing, people know who I am, and there's a little bit of confidence in there.
Right.
But starting at a position of 0, I've never done that, so I don't want my first one to be in front of a senator.
Yeah, well,
or senators.
And Gene, because he was a teacher, okay, and he'd given talks about comics and stuff like that, he got up there and he just nailed the whole thing. But and by the way, that's right. So this is a scoop. I had gotten Ed the slot to go ahead and be up there, and I totally understood why, because it is a big deal, okay, and you do have to have a certain amount of confidence to get up there and do that. And I didn't blame you, and I totally understood why.
I'm a Public Enemy fan too, man. It was the great Chuck D who said, "Now the party is mine, not the jackass or the elephant."
That's right. So we've been able to, and with the National Book Festival, take these people and elevate them up, okay, to go ahead and, because the National Book Festival, as people that don't know, is the largest book festival in the United States. No one even comes close to, they get 90, 100,000 people coming through that place, all right? And in fact, this year, the big kahuna that's coming is Ruth Bader Ginsburg, all right? So, you see, you're on the same stage as that and Raina and, all this other kind of stuff. So,
and then when you sign, like I was signing next to Newt Gingrich. It's a real head trip, man.
yeah. No, it is, but that's all part of getting graphic novels on an equal playing field with all of the other genres.
You do good work, man.
Okay, and for those that haven't come, they should, and then those that haven't been to the gala, because the gala is unbelievable. All right, man, the food is. Okay, the food was like, whoa, this is really good, okay? I'm lucky I get to go to what I think are two of the best events in the D.C. area. One is the National Book Festival Gala, and the other is the Her Block Awards. Oh my God, I mean, the food at both of them, it's like, and the people you see, and it's unbelievable stuff. So we've got that with the Library of Congress, and we've got the collection with the Library of Congress. And between the two of them, they love us. They really do love us. And oh, by the way, that's right, before I forget, this September, they are going to open up a exhibition on basically the history of comics. And you will actually see an SPX Zippy the Pinhead poster in the same exhibit as George Harriman. Okay? So there's going to be stuff there from SPX and stuff there from, all of their comics collections. Going to have SPX stuff out there, and that's important because most people have this segregated view. Oh, well, there's indie comics over there. Okay, they don't really count. Who cares about them? All right, they don't make Avengers movies. Okay,
I just think about, like, I'm laughing because sometimes patrons don't get the memo, and they will show up in that Superman outfit. And
yeah, right. Right. Exactly.
It's that's huge, man.
Yeah. So that's coming, and then my newsprint exhibit. So that's going to open, I think, on the Thursday before SPX. That exhibit.
Let's call out some dates if you have them in mind. Like
yes. So let me see. So I'm just trying to remember the calendar. Okay, so the 14th and 15th are SPX. September 14th and 15th. September 12th is when the Library of Congress exhibit is supposed to open up. And by the way, the other thing we do on Friday, September 13th, we don't know who we're getting for this, but we have a lecture, an SPX lecture at the Library of Congress that occurs every Friday before. Okay, Box Brown gave a tremendous one. The guys from Josh O'Neill and those guys came and talked about the Little Nemo book that they put out.
Jim wanted Eisner for that one. He designed it.
Yeah. So Heidi McDonald came, Charles Brownstein came, Groth gave a great speech. So we bring somebody in. So that's on the Friday. The Thursday is going to be the opening of the Library of Congress, and the Wednesday at Anne Arundel Community College is going to be the opening of my exhibit about the history of newsprint.
Wow.
So
busy week for you.
I'm going to be so fucking tired. Okay.
Let's not forget Monday.
Oh God, then Monday. Oh shit. Oh no.
You better take some 5-hour energy. We'll bring 1 or 2 over.
No. I think I need to find a good Breaking Bad meth dealer. Okay. That's my view. Of
Adderall is the cartoonist's drug.
When was young, they didn't have that kind of stuff, and they would must probably put me on Adderall or whatever it is. And I'm glad they didn't, because I couldn't do what I'm doing now if I'd spent 30 years on that. It would have taken 15-20% of my energy right out. Okay, just to bring me down, and you can't do that when you're juggling all this shit.
Yeah, you gotta be firing.
Yeah, on all cylinders. Yeah.
I think this pretty much wraps it up. All my questions have been answered to this point. Yeah.
Really? Nothing more? Like, did you or did you not on Friday the 17th kill that person, okay?
This ain't the campfire herrings, man. We're having a good time here. Warren, I want to thank you for your time, man. We're going to be sure to include all the links below this video whenever
okay.
This, man.
All right,
so
great.
People got to know how to get to SBX. And
yeah, and let me know what else you need. Should I talk at all about these things? I mean... Should I talk about these Sunday pages? Do you want me to do that? Do you have time? If
No,
not,
13. When do you have to leave?
I got time.
We could do a separate video. So we'll wrap this one up, man. Thanks a lot for your time, Warren.
Look. Thanks. I mean, this is an honor. It's